Yeah. My dog has blue eyes, cat grew supersized, wig to my L2, it's something in the food dye. Human spit and vinegar, funnel to the amygdala, missing with all the funny stuff, mission control the viscera. I'm invisible, guess I'm a little clocked out, shot back, always on, visitors have knocked for hours. It's fingers in the ears and singing ABC for adults, and look at that, I haven't seen y'all in months. These are repeatable results and a pulse in the dead meat sea. I'm not dead yet, beep, 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 beep. JK, if you celebrate it, we will check the tape. Shame, shame. Famous pinning, shooting his fingers to wake and make a day. Like barge haulers on a Volga, drowning you in Lake Monet. Or maybe Sisyphus from Titian would have saved the date for twisting you the Francis Bacon way. My dog has blue eyes, cat down to 2 lives. Other cat chose violence. Good times, movie night, sound down. Studio and urgent care. Sample surgeon working out the drums with an inverted chair. Thwack. Serving rare and paired with a warm brie. Pears from the side yard, honey from El Coro's bees. The one man, 40 thieves. Leave the party wearing 40 pair of Jordan 3s, Lord. Wait a week and send a bill for storage fees. And some quarters and a quarter-mile of worried beads. If it please the court, back on fat tires. Headed for the red sun, Charles in a cast iron. Ask, land pirates at him. Flanked by vampire bats with irregular flight patterns. Night master, author of light scattered. Maybe do try to move like it matters. The people say, what kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? That's mud. What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? There's 5 dogs in one. What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? That's a good boy. My dog has blue eyes, cat less lupine. Punks looking paper thin, I say the shit 2 times. Punks looking paper thin, it isn't worth the blunt force or even paper clip and real estate up in the junk drawer. Running with scissors and the wisdom of the rivers, from the wind that shiver timbers to whatever melt the swimmers. Traffic and weather reported from child vandals. We tell them to be careful, aware they are wild animals who leap tall buildings and write the manuals. Follow with a name strip. You can see the knowledge of the ancients. Arm's length from the lord of the car graveyard, who about to charge the hill in a cart from H-Mart saved. Ain't that something? 2 board boxes in the trunk, it's like the Ark of the Covenant. Every cloud of smoke I blow come with a dove in it. I hope you're ready for the rumble strip again. What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? That's mud. What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? There's 5 dogs in one. What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? That's a good boy.
I feel like I don't even need to spread out of that. Give him D-stall now. Leave it on me. Ask him where he's going.
You know how it is with these band routes today. That was no ordinary vandal.
Starry night, guided by the guardrail. Dark rider, ride up on a car-sized garden snail. Double park, special deliver his own barf mail. I ain't heed the call you sent it. Smart to fail to call again. I'm harness way incarnate, shooting marbles at your army man. You hardy hard and met the architect, the Harvard REM. Sorry, I love the smell of markers in a 4 a.m. and drawing giant letters so whatever signage forced to him. Had a corner camera, had him back in his lobby when all the coals ping a tower in the valley of Guanji, huh? Body double obvi. I'm one, it was 2. No, I am one, it was 1, it was just too much for the cube. I know the what if you mow would undo the bubble you blew. What if I tell you I am everywhere at once and it's true? I'm playing chess with Picasso, I train to fight with the champ. I'm dealing cards to a Martian, I'm shooting dice with the lamb. Modern science hasn't figured out what's triggering the super strength, but also hasn't seen him eat a pepper that he grew himself. Hydroponic veggie garden, strawberry vines going pop. My bok choy look like Sancho all season, seasonal fog, ace rock in effect. All city, all star, all land, air, sea. Hand to the most low, always in motion. Cargo on a slow boat, call to the quotient. All I do is get lost, get found, get free. Crawl down Broadway, sticking like flat black. Slalom through the pub tents, puppy in a backpack. Bogey to bogey, pony up. Posey for the pocket of any remotely chosen one. Folk about facing missing man information. A fancy way to say you're rowing one. So much for your Logan's running. Future saying no to drugs. Future saying yes to emotional donut runs. Or any UFO that comes. Poor thing. I know that take a loss and wave a saucer down. Like take me to anywhere but the office of the lost and found. After lost and lost, free to scrap the vector. Any matter ain't about to bat a signal back to sender. Fed the tracker to a fish and a fish to a bear. Check the body cameras on once you're physically there. Where all it take is a feeder major to be the mayor. All it take is a need a beggar to keep us anchored. That same old love in summer, get the average hermit feeling here. She can lift a Hummer off a trapped person. Crossword killer, WWR's terminal line. Gate 20 on eternal delay. An hour two, all of my letters are curling up from the ledger, circling above us, spelling out the terms of my surrender. I've been showing up too early for that shifting of J's. I do the mile, have a witness, play the vid when you wake. Catch him playing hooky from the whole abysmal charade. I'm at the crib watching video days. Homeboy in effect. All city, all star, all land, air, sea. Hand to the most low, always in motion. Cargo on a slow boat, call to the quotient. All I do is get lost, get found, get free. Crawl down Broadway, sticking like flat black. Slalom through the pub tents, puppy in a backpack.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins.
Romper rumor, stock the cooler for the rendezvous. Pop the cooler, shot the rocket fuel and pamplemousse. I'm Rocky 10, type to watch a comet hit the common room. Rocket stop the violence, tea and pockets out the Babadook. Comic conquistador, kamikaze comedy referred to as the architect of modern lighthouse keeper core. Ease into the graveyard, shifting state of the art, safeguard, crippling. Crimson King, deep breath. Poke his head up at the lobby, check both ways, cheat death, any fugazi. Chia pet him, parading whichever gardens are eaten. You merely swivel the camera to see a poor mausoleum. I am positively cold. Operatives and pennies in a pocket with a hole.
need to get
We
into
are
Libya,
dropping
of
as we
course.
go, knocking over what we must. Piranhas
Maybe I
to the
should go.
bone in under 60 seconds flat. Can you honestly say no? 10 a.m. in the fog, feeling anxious. 10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous.
Space Creole.
10 a.m. in the fog, feeling anxious. 10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous.
This is 1010 Wins.
It appears I was wrong again. I fear I was right all along. That's why you gotta wait till the end. Credits scrolling, metadata uploaded, persona non
He's
grata, all
considering
in the
coup.
eye of
He's
the
maybe
beholder.
considered
Patrol
Dick
to the
Spain as
game
well.
alone. Never sure the cards he holding. The GPS just on for show. I know where the fuck we going, whether rolling fast or slow. Those birds come home to roost like homing. No one set forth the raven before a dog with dragging wings of black omen. I keep a few moments under lock and kids from myself that I stole them. I build the same machines from different components and act surprised when they turn on me, eyes glowing. The devil you be knowing. Russian planes darken the skies over Poland. Yeah, we know them. My blood run cold once it gets heated. I see the exit and beat feet to meet it. Luckily or unluckily for me, my brain discretes
10 a.m. in the fog, feeling anxious. 10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous.
Yeah, it's Space and Creole.
Feeling anxious. 10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous.
Maybe even Space and Vietnam War. But
This
yeah,
is
double.
1010 Wins.
Crossroad intercept, hyperlinking winner's breath. For the record, I'm not sinking. Zigga zigga twice, I'm thinking, but not too much. All the things I should have said, trying to live in what was and all
CIA.
that could have been. Sandcastle and raised bed, under scaffolds with duct tape on every joint and
Just say right
connection.
now.
My eyes
And
never
he gave
strayed
me
far
Bell,
from the
so.
exit. Bessie's TV always
But
played the
it's
Western.
too hard to say it's
Hot water,
Panama, so.
cornbread, pinto bean is always extra. Check for a nigga, laughing at
Wow.
more cops invest that read heightened security. Max value 40, I'll be there shortly. Something to see if you see me, shorty. Split my pants and hopping gates on a walk to the bank. My kid wanna hear 5 minutes of funk. I would say the same thing, same age as he is. You ain't Chef 31.
10 a.m. in the fog, feeling anxious. 10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous. 10 a.m. in the fog, feeling
That's a big
anxious.
6.
10 p.m. in the same exact fog, feeling dangerous. Plate spinner off a late dinner. One falling plate away from a date with the plague bringer. One away from drugged up in a cage. Of all the fun in the world succumb to sudden malaise. When a ship coming, what a running. Rudder bug and sail sliced up. Somebody, would you mind if I cut in? I would have been the young, wild and stubborn, but honestly the current version might invite the upend. All burn sky with multiple suns comped in. The rising and setting steady referencing John Venn. Assembling these momentary overlapping super suns. Beautiful by lumens ain't some renewable tool for one to fool with. Fire with fire is not a great fight. Fire and fire is on the same side. A lot of history there, a couple novas even. Hard to see a closed circle in the throes of open season, but so be it.
Containment?
Crow mag at the park with a bag of bird seed. Stolen hand warmers, flag of world peace. Street roots, word puzzle crusher on commercial feed. Circumvent the tall man, searching for eternal peace. Nervous from the service, make him the perfect worker. Be to what end? To what even is biodiversity? I mean, 4 walls, all hours, no change of clothes. Low water line, dry whole grain oats. Whole worth wrapped in what you can make with your bare hands. When sitting independent of the greater square dance. And whether after all the smoke clear and flares vanish, it can actually make another's arm hair stand. Well, can it? Soul blade or old maid, I'm somewhere in the middle, pretty fizzled on the whole charade. Still mixing up the stolen with the homemade. Rapping for my life and being difficult to locate. So be it.
So he got Nasser and Middle East. Maltese.
On a second Arabica, hecka hackles up. Edging out of latency, take me to the miraculum. Backing off the B team, blacking out name tags. Never name a rabbit, you apprehend for the game bag. Rabbit after rabbit, I'm backlogged. A bag over shoulder, handed rabbits out to pack dogs. Santa Claus, unbowed, running from the unfun. Get about as far as the bodega and my lungs are done. Did the same shit yesterday and the day before. Oh, for heaven's sake, you can't just coach someone to go out there and resonate. You go out there hoping the residents already ate. Revenant, flare gun like straw tender sticks. Headed for the leopard's mouth, who let him out, he isn't chipped. They should've never let him out the chrysalis. Shit if it's really wilderness on wilderness on wilderness. So be it.
I feel like I have to admit Marshall Plan here. Doesn't get any Europe, I guess.
Feel the positive essence of the words
Then I
as
have to
you
spread.
read them.
In Africa.
Be relaxed with them and permit them to merge with your mind and become a part of you.
Okay, fuck all that bullshit though. I'm picky. I only open books that glow. Who done it and cozy mysteries? Who stole the crypt keys? Who showed the minions to the minced meat? It was me. Hut hut. Helmet off. Blitz the to say. My today is not on no Today Show. All recorded history is forfeit to the fuego. It's infinite present tense, presently on some next. Referencing something ancient that played the current events in a way that feels just too flagrant to have occurred by itself. I know that sound absurd as all hell. I don't even know what I'm saying for certain. Surely it's help. Help?
You have to decide to overcome your fear and ask for help.
Help!
No one will know you need it unless you ask.
Same bat time, same bat channel, same flat line, same plaid flannel, same bad gamble, same graph name on the axe handle. Brand new taxidermy mammal on a man, oh man, man. I ain't sneaking by the sleeping bear. I mean, if you ain't down to let it eat you, why you even here? Pigeon on my shoulder like a goth Rio. To put down Picasso here to unmassage the ego. I'm friend or foe depending on the content of your keynote. And not above the lobbing up a rotten tomatillo. Honestly, it's getting hard to watch like paradise for parking lots. Never mind that parking lots are paradise, the paradox. Oh, the places you'll go and exploding aerosols. The running with a boiling beak or in a pair of tongs. Drink a shot of Ant and Roach, eat a bowl of cherry bombs. With peri-peri, no, with chimichurri sauce. Boyhood drawing B-boys with big sneakers to the shoe fit. Now they pouring plaster in a footprint. Take it to the lab, show the cast to the bullpen. All you get is choruses of I call bullshit. That's how a giant flyeth under the radar for so long. Y'all underestimate the day arc I'm on. The stays dark at dawn, carnival barker. The autumn barbasol marksman, the can of the arm of his Nautica Parker. At large, from playing dig dug at the IHOP to undead 3-inch punch in a pine box to Megas of the month, 3 months standing, and more than magenta, yellow, and cyan ink. It's a wave, it ebb and it swell. It can celebrate the memory or separate the cells. It can focus on excelling or accentuate the hell that's excellent. Can it send help? Cause help?
Just remember, it's up to you to choose to get help.
Help!
And there's nothing to be embarrassed about. It will only help you.
That's the low defcon here.
We had a visiting artist in the winter of '96 who came to talk about his paintings and the shit that make him tick. I think his name was John something. If at the assembly you're allowed to cut the class, I was sunk into the bucket, yellow puffy on my lap.
I should have.
Bring on
This
John
way.
something. Hot-blooded
We're
art
still
freaks
going
take the
colonials
auditorium.
here.
3/4 boorish, 1/4 primordia. Keen to absorb the stories of veteran picture makers. Even if an unfamiliar name and face are mystery flavor. Say, John something, who was punctual to the podium. Visibly uncomfortable, having trouble focusing. Noticing we're noticing, he pardons the glitch. Says, I'm sorry, but it's vital I depart from the script. To where? You had one job. John something, something's wrong with John. Something's on his mind. He been searching for the words. Even standing at the plate, I ain't anticipate the curve. He go, last night I saw this new documentary and I cannot understate the extent to which
High
it's
defcon
affected
weird.
me.
That's what this game is.
I'm on the edge of my seat. He said it's called When We Were Kings. This was 1996. He was there to show some photos that would demonstrate his gift. I think his name was John something. If at the assembly you were seeing something new, I'm a new fan before even seeing what he do. Like, bring on John something. When We Were Kings is a documentary feature on the 74 U.S. Heavyweight Boxing Championship. It's commonly referred to as the Rumble in the Jungle, where you come to punch or die as neither party's crying uncle. The champ George Foreman versus the kid Muhammad Ali in Zaire, and other politics involved in the affair, including rare footage leading up to the event, plus interviews with VIPs remembering the effects. So Mr. Something up there, present as it gets, talking Ali and his confidence, begetting his success, but almost referenced as a magic or some extrasensory X that he had witnessed and was duty-bound to tell to someone else, us. And truly I was hung on every sentence, though it probably lasted longer than intended. It felt genuine. if a little strange. 30 minutes in, we have yet to see what you paint. Look. January 96, he was there to share his work, maybe guide us through the mist. I think his name was If at the assembly you were tripping off the tangent, but also like I need to see this flick, it sounds fantastic. Or so says John something. Low on time, John starts blowing through his slides. They were ultimately fine, but the takeaway is praise for this entirely other mind. I'm at the movie theater, this was Boston, 1996. 20 years of age, I'm an 80s Mike Tyson kid. We heard about that legendary clashing of the Titans, but could never have contextualized the metrics or environment until 90 minutes of history and images and music. I was riveted infinity. That walk out different than you slithered in. Every atom in you shifting, christened in the river shit. And I still revisit it. This week, winter came, queued it up, hit play. It felt like someone visited. Anytime I pay it forward, I say this was recommended by one of my favorite artists. This person who in 1996 gave the only artist lecture I've remembered ever since. I think his name was Jane. If at the assembly and we're headed for the theater, you should put your hands together for the greatest ever speaker, who may or may not be named John. I'm too cold, my temperature is just too low. I put antifreeze to these blue lips, I got blue toes. I'm too cold, my hat raccoon, my coat goose. I ain't never defrost my frozen food. I got icicles on my two lobes. Nose too, I'm too cold. I can make any polar bear wear a hat. I can make two penguins share a cap. I can make 9 reindeer have to quit. Even old man winter won't gap the kid. I'm just too cold. I flash freeze, I breathe glass, I crack trees, ice cream man. Snow falls when my song plays from that dream van. I'm brick, sled dogs going on strike. Snowman going inside, snowcat stuck. Summertime snowing all night. Wardrobe frozen in time. Extremities numb, frosty, I beat the heat. That strawberry field about to meet the freeze. Y'all ain't cold, y'all lukewarm. Too cold is my true form. I'm too cold. Pack gloves, doorknobs just snap off. I'd bring fire, I'd ski on back. I'd ski to space, I'm Freon man. Freeze, jump up, joust the windmill. How's that negative a million wind chill? Sit still or I sit still. You're in cold blood with a hand of silver. I'm too cold, I'm too cold. I put you on Cornelius on hold. Bold, cold is the one true God. I'm so cold, cold, had to get a new job. And a new name, they call him Cool Breezy. Ain't never been the same, always staying up late and checking the weather vane in vain. Snowy out, feather in the main, that's too cute, but I'm too cold. I play Cold Crush on my cool phone. I cold plunge that hot tub's just fool's gold. I wear cool clothes.
We think he's actually gonna go for Europe. Taking Taiwan is going to be very important here.
Much of the night drifted by peacefully, and then I heard it.
Beauty braid the beast hair and bring him chicken pelmeni in the fake Eames chair. I need Sade on a speaker and need a repair. The same way all God's creatures need air. Feed 4 fish and a snail, I was told hitch. I said make yourself at home, he been multiplying since. Counted 15, there's a new one every time. Like you lend a friend your Jeep and he go use it in a crime. He told me you was going to Costco. How they found it later in a pond outside Chicago. Why you only holler when it's Contra in a foxhole? Why you Bay.
Headline here.
I know that's not a popular take. I'm down to bottle shit up, but I guess it got me today. I seen the cat
think
break a
it's
vase and I
voiced
broke my
done,
bottle the
although it's a
same.
little bit
Look,
both ways.
into its pop and beyond the
Still
event
holding the
horizon. It's a
factors.
war on dirty dishes to a blur I can in Mayim. I'm jealous of that Mrs. Myers,
What was
Lemon,
that?
Lime
Did I
Alliance. They've been
miscount
friends
it?
since like forever, always effortlessly vibing.
still holding
I ain't lying, the crib is an AV club. Butterfly, a piece of tech.
I guess Central's a good headline. Even if he headlines for that, he headlines for
Meditation,
that.
being lost in repetition is what get us through the cha-cha-cha-cha. Change is aces, plain aimless. Long day of ricocheting at the wrong angles. All the way days, that's part of what make them dangerous. Particle man party with the straight to VHSA. Brought up on some always at the ready for collect call from its ace. I'm at the mall, come get me. Pre-Sally when both of our time mattered. And you ain't have to probe and notice some kind of pattern. The nose knows well in advance of the Geiger counter. If something's in the air when compared to the prior encounter, it isn't incommunicado, it's a lotto. Even if you buy a ticket, you lucky to win a combo or visit. Let me catch you up on the crib. I got a palm in the corner about as tall as the kid. I got a fig in this other corner, it's dwarfing the palm. A tiny peek into the florals we've been hoarding at home. Homes, hunchback of Rome, get the cane raised, even age to a jump scare away from the grave. Yeah. Took a play cave.
Stay costume. I guess the Benelux op should have gone into Austria. Now that I look at Europe.
Yo, you could pull a rabbit out a hat, that's tricky. I know where there's 12,000 birds in a chimney. Your kind of witchcraft take a lot of practice. My kind of witchcraft show up in the atmosphere. Yo, sent you a pin and a date in September, let me pencil you in. You could spend your whole summer hiding birds in your coat. Become one full eve, 6:30 on a nose on a grassy note. By a school of brick, I'll be sipping something diet with a lime on the rim. I'll be slicing up a kiwi about the size of my fist. About to put you on a science of the migrating swift. You like I didn't come for science, I had come for a trick. You had come for some magic, dummy, shut up and sit. There's a couple thousand other people doing the same to see a miracle. Smoke and mirrors ruins the frame, I'm saying yo. You could link solid metal rings, that's tricky. 10 birds circle in a middle school dizzy. Choosing a location and pause along the route to Venezuela, well away from the frost. Yes, I'm proud, yo. Boxes, Swifts. Loyal to the neighbors, for example. This chimney been a favorite since the 80s. By 7, it was several hundred birds. The show is a slow burn. No, it only take a moment to turn. Here a thou, there another. Synchronized swimmers doing aerials above us. A prayer for the lovers, catch this. Your kind of witchcraft take a lot of practice. My kind of witchcraft ain't about distraction. Yo, focus on a throwdown. Sorcery so absurd, even Merlin had his phone out. 7:15 like a Sistine Chapel wearing particle effects projected to seem natural. Sunset, jaw-dropping avian performance. The patterns of mathematics, the algorithm enormous and growing. Headline not to be foul reads Earth Mother posterizes wands in her flowers and yo, you could turn a wand into flowers, that's tricky. Over 10K cyclone above the city. Your kind of witchcraft take a lot of angles. My kind of witchcraft witness to the angels. You can levitate a volunteer, that's tricky. 12 stacks hit the tornado in a tizzy. An act the likes of which we've never seen, even when there's nothing up the sleeve. Yes, I'm starving. Yo. Hey, yo. The funneling of Swifts in a brick cylinders is seriously some mystical shit. I mean, dare I say astonishing. Fuck it, I'ma say it, it's astonishing. That's Truth Stranger, that's a true banger. Plus, they put the show on every day for a month. Now I appreciate my card has found its way to the top of the whole deck, but homie, you just can't make this shit up. That's for the homie I showed, I remember remember smoke from the ears. I heard he had to move home, hasn't spoken a year. Well, shit. That's not supposed to happen, and again, that's classic action reaction, yo. Who could pull a rabbit out of hat? That's tricky. 12,000 birds disappear into a chimney. Your kind of witchcraft take a lot of practice. My kind of witchcraft show up in the atlas. My lady moved in, I picked her up a gift. A miniature aquarium and trip to get some fish. 3 green tetras, 1 scarlet banister, and a touch of plant life. Some live, some plastic. Got the stuff home, put it in the tank. Everyone is thriving, it's a lively little gang. A few weeks pass when, plain and clear, I hear, oh my God, there's a snail in here. What? I feel as if she's gotta be mistaken, as we do not have a snail. Granted, she knows what a snail is. I make my way over in position for the glare. I'm looking at a snail that wasn't previously there. I feel I'm being pranked, but if magic is the reason, then really I think it's great. My girl on her computer reading animal facts. A snail egg can hitch a ride into your tank on a plant. You motherfucker. But wait, there's more. I'm looking at the snail. He seems pretty pleasant. We figure let him kick it, as honestly shit's impressive. A couple weeks pass, I hear another gasp. 7 more snails have appeared on the glass. How? Determined to identify the guests when I stumble on a column of common invasive pests, and boom, the number 1 offender on the pile, the bladder snail, known as stowaway and multiply. Plus a self-compatible hermaphrodite. That means the kids will never have to hear the parents fight. We went away for a week, came home to a scene. Snail population up in the teens. This was weeks ago already, it's been getting extreme. We are well over 30, but murder isn't my thing. While the fish have been patient, the situation's a bummer. They be staring at the snails, then staring at each other like, these motherfuckers. But wait, there's more. I figure let him kick it. 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 Folk tell the kiddo I think I'm missing some info. Just clean the tank and throw the fucking snails out the window. Look, I guess I don't know how to shut the door when Snail Zero's been here as long as the other 4. I get the reputation as a blight on the tank, but I ain't shoveling them out of what they rightfully claim. Even if I was able to one day snag them in bed, exactly fuck I'm supposed to do with a bag full of snails? Oh, here comes crazy old Lacey holding his bag full of snails. He also working the traffic and drinking I love about the day it eventually overflows and fills the whole apartment and fills the whole of Rome. A reckoning is precision must prevail. A sensible rehoming or snails. Trouble takes many forms in between shedding skin. Some are subtle, some are semaphore, holding severed limbs. Some an extra innings, 7-7, no one ever win. Propeller hats, emotion, no actual developments. Patient ember adding a splash of his own accelerant. I'm to the races, sorting through the few the future favors. It's those of you that let the pooch chew through the computer cables and grow food based on the lunar phases. So man override, I'm Snoopy on the roof at night, staring at the canopy like canopy into the light. Human being supervised, stupefying overseers, zooming on a pupil size. Choose your fighter, then premiere. Everyone versus entropy, the only ever undefeated, zero artificial intelligence. But that's the tendency, a bullet train of randomness that started out successfully and ended up ending ship. Check the resume, a monkey wrenches into engine bays and total hours of sending at some unrelenting MPH. I break an MLK and terra incognitus with a sidewalk ends and lenses. I am terrifying genius and it smells like something holy. Put an L up for his peoples. Pizza from that one spot. Hello from the zenith. No response so far. Bold of the gods, the color of violet, Beauregard. Doctor no cigar. I hand nothing out to nobodies with no regard. There is not a satellite of any worldly origin that point to a location that's impossibly inordinate. Meanwhile, somewhere that you haven't tried, rumors of a round table breaking up the staff of life. Yeah. Shit is jazzercise.
However you consider the kid, won't find me sitting rhythmless, watching a vid of a vid. How many pics before the difference between a pit and abyss? I'm in a mix without a logo on the fit of the lid. Mercenary throwing parrying fists, fighting the various nefarious kitsch that's known for marrying rich. Not of the ilk that's always milking a fib. Mumbling guff, my infrastructure wasn't built on a grid. I'm just taking me a shot in the dark. But if you never taken off to take a walk in the park, I'm more concerned about the take instead of making a mark. And being seen instead of sweet, and I deserve another seat on the ark. Skedaddle while I channel the source. Skedaddle while I channel the sauce. Boss. As a youth, I was always hooping on the main courts. Cats be souped up, but a soup is not a main course. Love, hope, pain, loss. These are just a couple of the issues that I don't force. Technically, couple means two. Guess I mean few. I read few. I know you're feeling hollow from following these fools. Get with the Mr. Fix It that don't even need tools. Really, when the devil cats ain't on my level, they are gonna need stools. Enough being cool, I know it's cruel, but might be time to drain some gene pools. Abolish and demolish fake and use the real estate to build schools. Somebody gotta make the right moves. Set the right moves. I got some great news. This time I'm going viral. I just shot some great nudes. I'm so fly. I just ate dehydrated space food. For real. This is Buns of Steel.
Take a break from persecuting idolatry in the countryside with hunting knives as it runs and hides. Cause I wanna try and hold it by the underside. Then jump and dunk a pumpkin pie. Stuff a stocking with a thunder thigh. Wanna put things into things. Principally in vitro fertilize kings into queens. What you mean, what it means? I just like to write brothers like wings on machines. Suspicious like Marines on their deans. If they pull out a better than they are, dar, be a ping on the screen. Pong bar on the turntables like a Pyongyang ping pong all-star. Smoking on an all-time all bar. Hot box, y'all talking like it's y'all car. Driving with drivers in the back seat like a golf cart. Man, if y'all start, I'll divide this place like a Walmart.
I need to hold on to
That's low-hanging
what's up
fruit.
here.
Vons come with old dangling boots.
That's what
Don't park in a tow spot, and yet I walk around with my heel in a toe box with no socks. With a princess and a Yeti and an old golden robot. A doctor shows where the hole is hiking took a toll. I mean a whole lot. The other looked like his whole life. This been fighting fools like Dave Grohl. Got stole on a cold cock with the tongue of a cobra and the soul of a pole pot. Sidebar, really want that old watch that look like gold rocks. Hit me in the comment section with directions if you know a spot. And if they lying, somebody reply to that comment with a no it's not. In regards to flattery, like an open pop, it's a battery with a broken dock. It's not a rolling. Sweating to the oldies.
It's the real.
Yeah, let me get 2 Chico sticks, Pepto-Bismol, pack of Camel Unfiltered, and give me 2 Mega Millions.
Used to pair cereal and cartoon. I don't know if there's a better way. Now I'm going hungry in the war room. Similar, but it is not the same. When I walk in, be cool. No sudden moves, only coming through the refuel. Be forewarned, my skin reads as steel wool. Hook in with a haymaker on a shopping spree into your gene pool. I might change any all dad's eyes, looking disappointed in the real you. Son, that's ushering some abominable milieu in that kill off any climate. We put time into mildewing. Till tense wrong, get defensive. I was weeding through small highlight reels. Hindsight is like trying to prune the Amazon back to one bonsai tree. When I walk in, be easy. Sign a contract, no eye contact, no eye Tomcat and a free meal seat. No ID, I'm so unwieldy. I'm over the river, I'm into the woods, recruiting the pick of the iffiest wolves who fittingly follow me back to the city to butcher a dinner with who? Slow flies most high, I'm the most slow. Mine to go code, mine to drive with the giant showboat. You might just show to a private toll road. You might pay to attain what you already own. It's part of a trend, it's part of the start of the end, or maybe it's farther along than we ought to pretend. Used to pair cereal and cartoon. I don't know if there's a better way. Now I'm going hungry in the war room. Similar, but it is not the same. Be cool. When I walk in, be calm. Hands on the table, cameras on it, playing recon. Be forewarned, my skin reads as Pete Morse. GTs that spin kick, the most harmonious P-Pod. That heart rate go with Agio to some Art Blakey, they bebop in no time at all. These two palms touching, charging up that fireball. Knees bent, nerves worn, nose bleeding, perfect form. Ears bleeding, eyes bleeding. This ain't just some ordinary corner trick. It's perfect storm and board up your apartment shit. When I walk in, be low-key, don't trust no one, no mind abundance. Stink out for these guys, smileys. If you love something, you don't like nothing, that's not opinion. Entertainment, go spin the bottle till you kiss the mamba. I'm 10,000 hours in a gala with 10 shades of Les Miserables. Information battering the senses. Here we see the mamba eating something fatter than its neck is, which is also entertaining. He had to take off the necklace. Maybe everybody's destiny's something selfish. Used to pair cereal and cartoon. Now I'm going hungry in the war room. Similar, but it is not the same. Be cool. Be cool. dipping out the lobby, body painted brick and mortar. Trying to pick up on a pattern of numbers like one's getting fatter every summer. I'm a particle, a minute quantity of matter. The least possible amount of data. I'm a passenger, a rogue wolf on the course. In a field, something dark at the wheel. I'm ultimately a tourist.
Very worth it.
Panic Invictus, damage all indexed. Granted, there is no real standardized litmus. One man's damage is part of another's rituals. Pick one, hindsight arise like pinwheels. Well, acceleration's only half the magic when there's looking like you're doing 60, doing 5 in traffic. The county's slowest roller, half the time I'm going backwards. How I'm always there before you ain't a scientific matter. If you pick a lane, see if you can be the truth. But 30 seconds turn a shortcut to the scenic route. Piece of cake, show me what your Godspeed reads like. Olives by the river under Osprey and obscene like. Black plums getting fatter in the meantime. A.B.M. with a different time, sweet time. How we're both beefed up and yet refined. Even hyenas seen reaching for the tree line. Lions turn vegan, carnivores tend to the plants. Vampires make jellies and jams. It's a pillar of a still life, steady the hand. Land the pit a couple inches from your head in the sand. Act 1, wait for the sun. Act 2, same with the water. Act 3 is the summoning of the mother. Out to counter any blood pressure, upper one could suffer. Black plums, pie crust, flour, sugar, butter. I'm a particle, a minute quantity of matter. The least possible amount of data. I'm a passenger, a rogue wolf on the course. In a field, something dark at the wheel. I'm ultimately a tourist.
Although we don't yeah. Oh, that's perfect. So let's see what he puts in. If it's a blue card, then I might.
The study isn't peer reviewed, it's one peerless. Through a series of wretched labors, a Herculean dozen, a plug in your emulator, updated for home versioners who board up in they TP, treating personal misfortune as sources of Diomedes. Me, I'm up to my neck in the me and lions, a plus weevils in the rice thins. Own worse, snubbing upper management. I'm managing a thin skin, the cover rolls are pangolin. Slang from the valley, a calculated endangerment. Danger conservation is calculated. Came in like a wrecking ball, but really only maintained thanks to the 5-second rule. Vortex staring back from the reflective pool. They trying to separate the Jekyll via centrifuge. Presto, keeper of the keys, I've been keyed into the tempo. I can see a team leader reaching for the red phone. I can tell you who won't even be at the crescendo. Exo, change-o, they are hailstones ricocheting off the raincoat. I can see a trail guy waiting for the payphone. I can tell you who won't even make it to the late show. Presto, change-o. Presto.
Just a little something. Just a little something.
Little fragments of what happens when you plug in after having been unplugged. It feels emphatically disgusting. Little pardon can keeping a little flashback to the apartment on fire. Little surgeries and docu-series murderers and run-ins with the concept of object permanence. Little get the cake, little celebrate, then celebrate again when you give it the hell away. Rain on black smoke, belly on the breed of lamb that couldn't leap the sleepy fence and fell in its arena band. It's me, you fucking dummies, I forgot the code word. Dogs continue to eat his homework. What? I seen y'all, job sucks, picked last, no rhythm, not tough, wax shoes, shitty tats, stupid life, stupid face, bad hair, sitting duck, dead alive, set the high score on who gives a fuck. I've been several seasons with the cheetahs in the tall grass. To me, it's all an Impala with no bull ass. All that Boulder dash, all these talking heads, futzing with the public good, hawking hating spawning eggs. Then they wonder why the kid is swinging from the chandelier. Body painted safety orange. whatever type of zealotry you presently on. Wrong. Presto, keeper of the keys, I've been keyed into the tempo. I can see a team leader reaching for the red phone. I can tell you who won't even be at the crescendo. I can see a trail guy waiting for the payphone. I can tell you who won't even make it to the late show. Presto, change your pitching for the Pigeon Hill Road Molly Whoppers in a first to a million, a model for Jolly Roger. It's bad news and casual clod hoppers. I hop over cops and robbers and godfathers. Stark white knuckles on the wheel, Jesus never tuck unless he needed me embedded in some lingonberry bush off the 495. Otherwise I blame it on the firing ISIS 50 years of fighting for his pilot light. It doesn't take the keenest of empaths to know you probably feeling irretrievably dead last. The steadfast emptiness, maybe aggressive idling, maybe a forehead to horn engine off entirely. Every off-head rows back multiplied. The secret is you close the cut and cauterize. Eye of the pyromancer, here to ride the realest lightning through the driest diorama like. My lady moved in, I picked her up a gift. A miniature aquarium, a trip to get one scarlet banister and a touch of plant life. Some live, some plastic. Got the stuff home, put it in the tank. Everyone is thriving, it's a lively little gang. A few weeks pass when plain and clear I hear, oh my God, there's a snail in here. What? I feel as if she's gotta be mistaken, as we do not have a snail. Granted, she knows what a snail is. I make my way over in position for the glare. I'm looking at a snail that wasn't previously there. I feel I'm being pranked, but if magic is the reason, then really I think it's great. My girl on her computer reading animal facts. A snail egg can hitch a ride into your tank on a plant. You motherfucker. But wait, there's more. I'm looking at the snail, he seems pretty pleasant. We figure let him kick it, as honestly shit's impressive. A couple weeks pass, I hear another gasp. 7 more snails have appeared on the glass. How? Determined to identify the guests when I stumble on a column of common invasive pests and boom. The number 1 offender on the pile, the bladder snail, known as stowaway and multiply. Plus a self-compatible hermaphrodite. That means the kids will never have to hear the parents fight. We went away for a week, came home to a scene. Snail population up in the teens. This was weeks ago already, it's been getting extreme. We are well over 30, but murder isn't my thing. While the fish have been patient, the situation's above. They be staring at the snails, then staring at each other like these motherfuckers. But wait, there's more. I figure let him kick it. 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 Folk tell the kiddo I think I'm missing some info. Just clean the tank and throw the brushing my hair for several hours. You were on the ground punching the air. I'm alive, one of infinitely under repair. Some people call me Ace Rock. Some is somebody there. Shh, somebody's not, and it's more than a passive vacancy. It's less than 0 people stealing bagels at the bakery. Witness like who wasn't that? In roots negative and losing, trying to enter antimatter into evidence. Break the expletives. Back in holy country where the neighbor's cat is missing and nobody is leaving. I'm every bit indecent, aiming for whoever presently king of the tetrahedron. The funny part is who would even want to sit up there? Throne schmoan, I'm home in a Herman Miller chair, working, hunched over something, blowing smoke, Kirby on his lap, purring, cervical spine chirping, chills. It's perfect, certain as the plaid shirt tag reads Kirkland. I walk around late, cross the bridge, across the create the interest, but will not be taking questions. I will be taking any route I want, including dead ends, to any place I want, including all the many heavens. But it's a mess out here. I heard it's a mess there too. Remember when the smoke starts flowing and your eyes start stinging and your throat starts closing, what a little fresh air can do. By the first red slipper of day star, somebody went and freed a couple chickens in the graveyard. Weird flex, but I like a weird flex. I like an odd duck who adheres to a spirit quest per se. Fish swim in circles where he curdles. Dogs purr, birds fly inverted. Perps turn to serpents, but the waves are yay high. The surf is way up, and ocean water rain sustain the grapevine. Get barreled, get split through space. Different plane and dateline. Before the stop, stare at questionnaire. Bitch, I dress like a rocket man everywhere. Pops had a pinball machine from the 60s. I can still hear it ringing when I'm pinging off epiphanies. Ping, 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 there go the king of zing, who made it up the precipice and never kissed a pinky ring. Rappel through a skylight once a week, or feel like I'm someone I don't wanna be. I used to party with animatronic Chuck E. Cheese. Any celebrities I met since then were fucking weak. The door knocker talks might make you solve a riddle before you bother the boss. Y'all get off my lawn, it's a Bob Ross. And no eye contact with the shop dogs. It's a mess out here. I heard it's a mess there too. Remember when the smoke starts flowing and your eyes start stinging and your throat starts closing, what a little fresh air can do. Banana slices over Captain Crunch, that's what's up. Elmer Fudd harassing Daffy, that's what's up. The magic touch is aptly wrapped up in his rabbit pooch. Attackers dumping hazmat into the aqueduct. Splash, that's what's up. Pattern makers acclimate to cabin fever, meter mapping, zapping out the dagger wave. Crashing grapple with the castaway who crack the cuffs. A little hack and slash, a little razzle dazzle, that's what's up. Ragtag bunch, bag lunch heavy. The treasury keepers petty cash and bad luck pennies. I came in the door, a flash flood to the levee where a pig made of mashed berries and blood of the Yeti. Bet the mathematics doesn't rattle us, that's what's up. It's adding up to a massive hole where the attic was. I'm in the alley where it smell of actual battlefront. And weed and coke and meth and crack and dust. That's what's up. Buzzing down the Ave, had the whole block shot and that's what's up when I pass. Flea bags in the backseat, ruffles on a dash. Returning to the scene and free as monkeys out the lab. That's what's up. Goat legs, goat horns, damn it all. Plants all, scarecrows, no corn. You should see the whole horde climb down and go forth. Ghost world exports, rival town folklore. Oh Lord, every atom cut to splatter punk. Predisposed to rabble raps, batting down, that's what's up. At the lily pad, filling nickel bags of funk, ducking all these silly fads. Shit is whack, that's what's up. Lately I've been watching mostly horror flicks. People being disemboweled, demons doing party tricks. Witches in the forest making supernatural stuff. Creature on a killing spree, it's him or me, that's what's up. By Jove, roadside oddity. Roadside roads that defy cartography. That drum snatch and run, ragamuffin, that's what's up. Missed you at the double back, catch you at the jackal hunt hacks. That's what's up. Is that what's up? That's what's up. That's a pack of travelers acting savage to the maximum. Up before the other team, taut leash in each hand. It looks like I'm water skiing. Well, I'll be damned, wrong way to reach land. Take the long way around and shake the unseen hand. Sun be a lamb, cold brew vanilla oat. Rap stickers on his travel mug, that's what's up. Key lime pie, graham cracker crust. I wouldn't trust a single one of y'all to crack the Dutch. Nobody checking y'all like that's the stuff, that's what's up. Instantly ejected from my office chair to haul off and punch a couple cards. Hey, I'm walking here. Office square with snow tires on its chest piece. And eyeglasses sticking up to start a fire next week. Pour a million, not some arbitrary parking ride to get your party parted from them party size. Starry eyes, sorry. I know you plan for satin black and stark white. The truth is harvested in areas that marbleize. Zero time for the bullshit. He said eating sushi.